Hello everyone. We're still working in Unit 5 and I heard that some videos for one of the assignments wasn't working, so I wanted to record those videos for you as well as go over my expectations for this assignment really fast. So what you're going to be doing today is you're going to be going into Unit 5 Lesson 3 and you're going to be completing the assignment called Digital Footprint Video Review. It's Unit 5, Assignment 3. There are 2 assignments in here. Some of you have submitted the How to Protect Your Digital Footprint assignment, and you've done a really nice job on that one. But for this one, for some reason, the video wasn't playing. So what you're going to want to do is make sure to start by opening up this video guide. So the video guide is a Word document, and it looks like this. This is what you're going to be submitting to me. So make sure that you save this as U5A3 and then your last name so that you can easily find it to submit it to me. Also make sure that every time you are filling in an answer here on this worksheet that you save it so that you're not losing it. But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be watching this video right here and answering these 8 questions. Now the questions are found in the video, but sometimes they go a little fast. So you want to make sure that you read through these questions. They are in order of when they appear in the video. Some of them you do have to, like this number 2, you kind of have to, it doesn't directly say this is how law enforcement uses it, but they explain how they use them in investigations. So you're going to have to tell me, like, how is it beneficial to use them in investigations? But everything else is very clear. So make sure that you're watching that video and answering these questions at the same time. So you may need to pause it as you're answering these questions. The other video is really short. This one's only like 3.5 minutes and it has 4 questions and it's all reading. So you need to make sure that you're reading the video. And I'm going to play both of those videos for you right now. So you might want to pause this announcement and go and open up this document so that you can go through this if the video is not working under the course units link.
Digital footprints. We all have them. A virtual trail of where we've been, what we've said, what we've done. And unlike footprints in the sand, those digital footprints won't wash away overnight. In fact, many of them will follow us around for years to come. Into social circles, job interviews, college applications, court cases, political campaigns, and even more. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, what kind of a footprint do you want to leave behind you?
Hi, I'm Scott Carvin, Associate Principal at Henry Sibley High School. We created this video to raise awareness of digital citizenship and how it impacts your life here at Sibley and moving forward in the future.
Even before you were born, there were pictures of you. Those images were stored on databases in hospitals, and your parents may have emailed the pictures to family and friends or uploaded them to a sharing website. Similarly, there's probably images of you with your parents, siblings, grandparents, and even your crazy uncle from California. There might be videos of your first steps, first words, early soccer games, or swimming lessons. As you got older, you and your friends started taking pictures and videos and uploading them. And suddenly you're all over the web with your pets, your friends, your first car, your school, at work, on vacation, or at a party. Those photos and videos may be flattering, but many of them are not. And even so, the comments and posts that often are associated with them are not very positive. You may have friends of friends of friends of friends who are actually complete strangers continue to post what you've put up, and some of them may download your image or video and repost it to their site or take a screen capture of what you posted. And at this point, your photo or image is no longer just yours. Still, it's just been fun, right? It's just a quick picture or video from your phone. But that picture and video is full of data, and that data can often be used to pinpoint your exact location and the time that you were there. The more pictures you take, the easier it is for someone to find where you go to school, where you like to eat, hang out, work, or even where you live. It's a little creepy. And people, often teens and young adults, are posting this information to any number of social networking websites, where the settings often allow companies or even perfect strangers access to our personal information.
I'm Mario Reyes, and I'm an investigator with the Mendota Heights Police Department. It seems more and more with investigations, computers are tied in, social media with using Facebook, Twitter, Craigslist. I know that like the burglars will sell property, they don't pawn it a lot of times, but they'll go to Craigslist. People that are involved in such crimes, they like to brag about them, so they'll talk about them on Facebook or show pictures of things that obviously are not what they should be putting on Facebook.
My name's Chad Wilson, and I'm an investigator with the Mendota Heights Police Department. Okay, some of the things I would say never ever put online or allow yourself to be tagged in would be like a photo of you doing anything illegal, whether it be possession of a firearm or drugs or alcohol if you're underage, photos of yourself drinking or being really wild, taking and sending naked photos of yourself or your girlfriend or usually the ex-girlfriend or boyfriend. Those possessing and sending those are both, each of those are both felony level crimes. You're distributing pornographic work with involving a minor, and that's punishable by 5 years in prison for possessing them as a crime, and sending them is also a crime.
But once you put that out there, it's out there forever. And people have a tendency, or kids, and I'm not just going to say kids, but it seems even adults have a tendency where they want to brag or they want to put things out there or they want to get their message out, whatever type of message it is. And sometimes it's the wrong message. Example, people posing with weapons if they're at schools, they're ranting and raving about they don't like the establishment or government, or they're mad at the school. It's things like that that gets put out that law enforcement looks at, gets concerned about.
Talked about wrecking a job interview or enrolling in college. You've been involved in a felony investigation.
My name is Kelsey Queering, and I work at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities in the Office of Admissions, where I work as an Assistant Director of Admissions. It's been a really fun thing to see social media grow over the years. We've had a lot of students who say that they were able to connect with their future classmates before they ever even arrived on campus. We have an admitted student group on Facebook that's always very popular, and we'll even have students who select their college roommates by meeting people on this Facebook group and finding someone who feels like a similar person that they'd really click with on campus. And so that's been a fun way that social media has definitely crossed into, quote unquote, the real world. There have been some studies and research that have shown that some colleges and universities look at social media profiles when they're making admission decisions. That being the case, at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, we do not look at social media profiles as part of our decision-making process. We do know that students apply to a lot of colleges and universities, so I would advise any student that's applying to colleges to call those colleges and ask them how it is that they make admission decisions. It's a great way to connect with your admissions counselor and to find out exactly what's being considered as part of that decision process. The biggest issue with social media and managing your online presence is that you cannot unring a bell. Social media posts, pictures that are taken of you and maybe tagged even by somebody else can have a long life online, and it's difficult to get them back. So it's important to be proactive about what you're doing online and careful.
Hi, I'm Lisa Helminiak, and I'm the CEO of Azul 7, human-centered design consultancy based here in the Twin Cities, and we bring ideas to life. I think the thing that's interesting about social media is that it's frankly creating one big database of information about people. There are a lot of big databases that exist about people now. We have credit scores, we have shopping habits, we have information from your doctor. There's just lots of places where people are keeping information about who you are and what you do, for their own purposes. I think one of the big things that's going to happen, and it's already happening, is that people are cross-referencing this data to create real pictures of who you are. So I can look you up in Facebook, I can find you through a number of different tools, your buying habits, what you think, the causes you give to your house, what it sold for is on there. I can then go pay for a credit score or run credit on you and basically get your social security number. So to me, being online and putting things online is a public space. Even if you have your privacy settings to the highest level, in most cases people can get that information. Facebook changes their privacy settings on a regular basis. People buy each other out. Instagram and Facebook was a great example of that. When Facebook bought Instagram, they said, well, we have the right to use your Instagram photos for our advertisements now. That's a change in policy. You didn't sign up for that when you started on Instagram, and a lot of people dumped their accounts because of that. If somebody wants to work hard, they can get a full picture of you online. We look for people's, contributions online 100% when we're hiring somebody. It's really important to us. I think where it crosses the line is getting into those privacy areas where you're at a party and you're drinking and you're underage. That's illegal. And I see, when I see things like that, I realize here's somebody who's willing to cross a line that may not be great as an employer. I don't want people breaking the law to working for our organization. So I'm very cognizant of that. Again, it's great to post pictures and it's great to have conversations back and forth. Just understand that everyone has access to that. So if there's no privacy, how do you use it in a positive way? We want people who are thoughtful. We want to hire people who are smart and who have ideas and opinions. I think, again, how do you put it out there? Is it in a positive way or is it in a negative way? I think they're looking for the whole person, and so are we. The good stuff we're looking for are interest area, what gets you up in the morning. So if you're very passionate about a subject, it's great to see, contributing information online to your friends, to help understanding, to help move an idea forward. That's fabulous stuff. Or if you're interested in art or music or whatever, curating and putting that stuff up and getting people interested in it, that's all great things, and we're interested in it too. I think kids are getting smarter. I think young people understand now that this information is getting out, and I think it's really hurt some people. And we've heard about suicides, about bullying. We've heard about people's reputation being very damaged after things they've done online that they didn't intend to get out to everyone. So I think that's where people have to be very careful, and again, acknowledging that if you're putting something on the internet, it's public.
At Henry Sibley, we value the voice and expression of our students. There's a couple things to keep in mind when accessing technology here at school. Privacy doesn't exist in front of a keyboard. Remember, what you type can be construed as slander or libel, which would open you up to possible consequences. Social networking sites are first and foremost a tool for learning. Speech that is inappropriate for class is not appropriate online. Students are expected to treat others and their ideas online with respect. And students will not use school resources to harass, discriminate, bully, or threaten the safety of others.
A knee-jerk reaction might be to withdraw from the digital world, but that can be almost as detrimental as having a negative digital footprint. We each need to develop a strong, positive, and professional portfolio. That way, when someone does an internet search for you, the information that comes back to them increases your marketability and reveals a responsible and respectful personal life. The good news is that there are a number of things you can do to help manage your digital footprint. The first, of course, is to make good decisions. One incriminating photo or video or post that involves a bad decision or involves cyberbullying can impact you for years. The next thing you can do is clean up what's already out there. Delete unsavory social media posts, which might include those that you've got on Facebook or Twitter. Remove photos that you've posted that maybe employers or schools might perceive as being too careless, too crazy, or too cruel. There may also be photos, videos, or other posts that you've been tagged in by friends or family members. Make it clear to your social circles that you'd rather not appear in any unsavory shots or be mentioned in any destructive comments or posts. If there are any specific posts you're concerned with, ask that individual to remove it. Though they may not be obligated to do so, many of your real friends would understand your concerns and would agree to do so. Next up, build a positive digital footprint, and that just means posting regularly about positive professional topics that interest you, so that those are the items and images that start to show up when someone searches for you. So hopefully you play it safe when uploading anything that might have personal information in it. And hopefully your friends respect your desire to not take your picture or a video of you without your consent, and that they don't post or tag it without checking with you. And hopefully you've changed your social media settings to only include real friends, and that you avoid adding derogatory or defamatory comments to someone else's posts or timeline.
If you feel you've been a victim of cyberbullying, never ever respond negatively. Report that incident to a teacher or an administrator. Our hope at Sibley is that you create a lasting positive digital footprint that benefits you here at school and down the road in the years to come.
While it's difficult to say what your future will hold, we are confident that the footprints you're leaving right now in the digital realm will leave a trail like no generations before. And that can be a little bit scary, but it can also be a great opportunity for you to start building and managing a positive digital footprint, and that can give you a step up.